everyone. Thank you very much for staying tuned to the Nigerian Television Authority, and you're watching the Medley Show with me, Cecil. All right, due to popular demand, the week before last, we discussed a topic called the Japa trend. And Japa trend, just simply to explain to you further, it's the craze to travel abroad. You know, many young people just want to take the next flight abroad because, like they say and they believe, the grass is really greener at the other side. Well, really, is that the case? That will be the focus of our discourse today. Well, we have a couple of different faces on the set today, but one of those who were on set with us last week is back on with us. I think she's going to tell us a little more. She's a travel consultant. I'm talking about Mrs. Ugwoma Oche. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, viewers.
Good afternoon, Ugwoma. Thank you for coming around.
Thank you.
Today on the program, even though we'll still talk a little more from where we left up last week, but you're going to tell us how to do it right. You're a consultant. You've dealt with so many people who want to travel and all that stuff. Some who worked out, some who maybe who would have advised not to. I don't know how you do it, but you're going to explain that to us. Next, we have a former chairman of Nigerians in the Diaspora Organization. I'm talking about Patience Ndidiki. Thank you very much for coming around.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, your being here is going to add some flavor to the program because you've been the president of Nigerians in the Diaspora in the U.S. for how many years? How many years was the tenure?
It was 2.
Your tenure was...
I ended up staying 3 because there's some...
Okay, good.
That needed to be taken care of.
So there are many issues. And experiences we hope that you can share with us on the program. But just before we get to start the discussion, we'll take a springboard for some of the messages we had last week. Well, some people say, I will or I will not. And this person, who is this? Ebube from Plateau State says, I will leave this country if I have the opportunity because Nigeria is not for poor people, it's for the rich. It's for the rich. And she goes on to say, my sister, no wasting time, or no wasting time that's going to leave the country. Well, that's his thought. My name is Adeyinka Star King. I want to jump out from Nigeria because things are expensive. Are you serious? Things are expensive. Let me tell you something about when I say things are expensive. Many people who travel to many of the developed countries, when you buy things and you want to convert it into naira, you're going to scream. So that expense you're talking about is going to even be worse. Isn't it like that, madam?
That is because our money has no value.
That's because our money have no value. Well, I don't know about that, but the thing is, okay, let me give my experience. Ordinarily, I'll buy a pair of jeans. That's some years back. I'll buy a pair of jeans here, maybe 4,000 naira, 5,000 naira. So I go into a shop that was US, right? To China, I think it was US. So I go to buy this pair of jeans, and it was, I can't remember the dollars, but when I go back to the hotel, when I go back to the hotel, I converted that money, and I realized I was buying these jeans for 25,000 naira, and I screamed like, what?
Yeah, I think it's either way, because you're coming to the States for the first time and you're not working, you didn't earn your money in the United States, so you're bound to feel that way. When I also got to the United States, and my husband then took me to the hair salon to make my hair, and just relaxing my hair was $55, and I called I calculated, well, for a couple of months, everything we do, I do some exchange, and I'm always like, my God, these things are expensive. But guess what? Right now, when I come back home and I have to do a lot of things, I tell people now that, dollar makes no sense in Nigeria. You you change your $100, $10,000, $5,000 before you turn this way. The money's gone. So it's because you're not earning your money here.
That is where the value.
Yeah, and it was like you said, our money has no value.
Yeah, don't worry. There's efforts to bring back our naira back to where it should be. So don't worry, we are on that. But yes,
please.
Yes, we will. And businesses like yours would also get to thrive. Now, but quickly, now talking about the time when you just came into the US, share with us that early experience. Yeah, when you were living here, you're excited. Oh, I'm going abroad and everything. So what hit you when you got there? Okay, just tell us your experience from here to there.
Yeah, I actually left Nigeria because my husband lives in the US.
Oh, that's
so
your
it's
case.
not if I went to, of course, after getting married, the next thing is you have to join your spouse wherever they are. And so I joined my husband. And of course I was excited. One, I got married. Secondly, I wasn't really excited I was leaving Nigeria unless somebody knows, say, oh, she's lying and all that. Because I never did the green card stuff. What do you call it again?
To change your status?
No, there's this.
Or you didn't have international passport?
No. There's this thing.
Green card.
The green card.
The residency.
No, oh my God, Nigeria has.
That's the spouse visa. You didn't do the spouse visa.
There's this thing the United States do for every year those days. Now I think Nigerian lottery. Yes, that's the word. I never did the lottery. I was in the midst of people who were doing lottery. I don't know why I didn't just do it. I just believe that yes, I could travel outside the country one day and all that, but life is always going to be good. And when my husband lived in the US, of course I have to join him. Of course I was excited getting married.
Okay, well, your case is a case of getting married. Now we're going to talk about. We'll talk about the case of many who just want to let me just go. Last week on the program we played one video of a young man who was interrogated by the UK immigration, and he just doesn't have any business going to the UK. He's using a fake passport, and he looks 35, and he says he's 15. Well, it was quite an interesting one. We just gave you a clip of it last week, so here's a full clip of how it went. UK immigration video, courtesy of the UK immigration. It's not like I'm laughing, but Ogoma, tell us your take on that story.
Did the viewers see this? The video you just played?
Yes.
Did the viewers see it? Anyway, going abroad for me is one of the easiest things to do. It's easy, but that is if you do it the right way. Most times the thing is Nigerians don't want to do things the right way. Take a look at the boy we just watched now. He said he's 15, a lot of lies, he lost his dad, so many things. So these are the kind of people they return when they go back or are not able to survive abroad easily. But if you go genuinely, like I said, genuinely, you will do well. A lot of countries now are offering different opportunities for people to come, both young, old, as the case may be. There are many things you can do. Canada has, US,
legally,
London, legally. You just do the right thing and you go. Yes, although they have such things.
They have opportunities for those.
Yes, they do. It's just for you to find out where you fit in and you follow the process and you get it simple.
We'll talk about that during it right in a bit. Well, I want to react to that video you just said.
Yeah, I think the economic condition and the insecurity condition in our country has increased our desperation, and we think that every other nation is better than Nigeria. So you see, there's a young man, whatever age you say he is, we think going outside the country is the best thing to do. And there are so many agencies that are aiding this, giving them fake passports, giving them fake names, giving them all manner of stuff. There's been a lot of statistics, a lot of research, people saying all manner of things, so it's right now he's not in a good condition because of
okay, now the story ended that when he left, when they took him somewhere because they want to have a test to be sure of his age, and somehow he just disappeared into thin air, of course, which in the US, for instance, where you stay, we know that there are many people who they just lost when they get in there. So in Nigeria community, did you get to see such people, and how do you handle that?
Of course, yeah, we've seen so many people like that. People have lived through my home. My own personally, I have encountered people who, not that I don't think their own cases that they didn't run away from the airport. They actually entered the country. The people that have experience, they actually entered the country, legally. But just that, I think that they didn't want to go back to Nigeria. So that was the case.
Let me also add to what you're saying. Another thing is some of them, they don't even live here without having connection out there. They must have somebody who would have told them, just get in.
No, except there are so many that don't have connection.
No, a lot of them,
seriously.
People tell them, come, get in first. So like this
I've heard
man
that.
from the airport, in his mind, what he was just thinking about is how to escape.
Like go through agencies. There's people that just get their
Most
visa.
of them, that's what they
sometimes
do.
I've heard-
They are ready
I've
to
heard-
give you money. They just tell you, let me give you money. All I want you to do is to take me abroad.
Of course, yes.
Because that's what I hear from them.
Yes.
It's only when you calm them down and try to let them know, okay, you don't pay to get visa. This is what you should do. This is what you should do to get it. Some of them, they even get angry and walk away when you try to advise them to do it the right way. They will tell you that their friend there said they should just get in.
Yeah, I've
And some
heard
people
that.
have told
Yes.
me in returning home, talking about the youths and so many women that are organizations that I've worked with. So many will tell you, oh, okay, if US is not good, why are you there? So the desperity,
Yes.
it's just too high.
Yes, I've
It's
heard.
just too high, and it's not greener out there. Of course, the economy is different. We cannot compare, But if every one of us leaves, I wonder what will be of Nigeria. And there's some years back where United States also was in recession, and a lot of things happen, and people that lives there, they started to build their nation. For example, immigrants built America. I'm not saying this because maybe life is better for me and all that, but we can't keep running away from our shadows because it's not all good for people out there. I know so many struggling, to do menial jobs, whatever they can, and family in Nigeria keep calling for money.
Yes,
We don't
sometimes.
even know what
I
this
mean,
person
I
does for
had
money.
seen a doctor who is a doctor here in Abuja. I mean, big guy, and he goes there and told me that he was doing a security guard.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, like, why would you? I mean, you're good.
I've had lawyers, medical doctors, secretaries stay in my home doing nannies. But we have to survive. That's just it. We have to survive. That's just it. They have to survive until they get something doing.
Remember
That's
the
good
last
thing.
time in this show I told you is dignity in labor. You are coming from there. Whatever, even if it's one kobo you earn abroad, you pay your tax, you do other things, you still have something to feed it. But here in Nigeria, it is not the same.
That's why I said
I'm not going
economic-
anywhere. I'm here, but then
Are
for
you
anybody,
sure?
but for anybody who wants to leave, like I said, I will help you to leave, but genuinely, if I also have reason to leave too, I will leave.
So if you
Because
want
they
them to
can-
leave, what about when they get there? Are you
No,
helping
they
them
go.
to
They
leave?
that's what I
They
mean.
have work
They will.
permits?
They get a job.
They have
Those
work
that are going
permits.
to school, they go to school. After school, they have automatic work permits. A lot of countries has made things. It's
Okay.
even Germany. Today they all have
Okay.
work permit for people.
Okay, now, but like many people have said, if everyone keeps living, if all our bright brains keep living, the other day we just see a whole mass exodus of doctors going to Saudi Arabia. Many of them are doing very well in other countries, other developed countries. So if everybody keeps going, so what's going to happen here? Who's going to build it? Yeah, so because we need those brains to help build it. So when we get back, we're going to talk about doing it right. Doing it right is going to be our next focus. And I'll take a couple of the messages we had last week. And just in case you want to be part of this conversation, do well to send us a message on our phone line 081 177 82020. The number is showing on your screen. If you have your choice, would you want to leave this country or would you want to stay and hope that together we can build it and make it better? All right, so we're back to talk about that when we come back from this next feature break.
Whether it is a study, a vacation, or a job offer, going somewhere new and foreign is so exciting as a first-timer. It can be overwhelming and confusing, but it must be done right and legally. Get your passport. This is what validates your citizenship of a said country. It comes in 32 and 64 pages. Requirements for a passport include a local government letter of identification, birth certificate or age declaration, a guarantor's form sworn to before a magistrate, parents' letter of consent for minors under 16 years, and marriage certificate where applicable. Apply for a visa. A visa is a documented permit to enter a country legally. It could be for study, visit, medical, tourism, and even job offers. Depending on your destination and purpose, you can be called for an interview at the embassy within 2 weeks. You should know that requirements vary from country to country. Depending on your destination, some visa applications will require your bank statements or even medicals. Note that this interview might not guarantee approval, especially when certain conditions are not met. You should know that visa fees are non-refundable. Certain routine health checks, tests, and vaccinations are necessary. Some countries require your yellow card, which is a certificate of vaccination showing that a traveler has been immunized against yellow fever. For many countries, a COVID-19 vaccination evidence or a PCR negative test is required. Travel tickets. To have a better planned and convenient trip for first-time travelers, it is advised to have a travel agent help with your booking and other logistics. It is important to go online to check for prohibited travel items, depending on the country you are traveling to. Also, ensure you get basic knowledge about the city like weather, currency conversion, language, transportation, and so on. These are just the basic information you should arm yourself with if you plan to make that trip abroad. Also, ensure you understand and adhere to the country's rules and regulations to avoid stories that touch.
Alright, that's a feature on exiting right, and well, I hope you've learned a thing or two, but we'll still get to talk about it a little more since we have someone who has been working with people who would like to exit. Disclaimer, I am not asking you to leave. We're there here together. That's the idea. But Ogoma Oche is going to talk to us. But just before I get to talk to her, I will introduce another guest who has just joined us. And this time he'll be talking to her. He is a Nigerian, someone who's lived abroad for a long time. But he thought, okay, I should come back home and contribute. I think home is best. I think the grass is pretty green here too. All right, his name is Dr. Kingsman Chikelu. He's the chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Organization Africa, NIDO Africa. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Good to know that despite everything, you know, we all think that, yes, it's good. We want to earn in hard currency. But when we see someone like you coming back to do this, guy, what's up? Why now?
What's making me to laugh is the hard currency, you know?
Yes, no.
Yeah, but it's everywhere. There's hard currency in Nigeria as well. You can convert it to Naira, take it to hard currency.
Okay, for numerous young people who wants to just take the next flight and just go through the ocean or the desert, what would you advise?
Good. You know, adventure is part of life, but it should be in a proper way. It should be in a proper way. There is not actually a greener pasture over there. Actually, there's none.
Guy, everything is fine.
You need to create it yourself. And I prefer creating a greener pasture where you can do it better. Like in Nigeria, you understand, if you have a good foundation here, then when you get over there, the green will be there indeed. But just going there looking for that green, though you may find it, but it takes time and it's very difficult.
It's very difficult. Ogoma, now, we just saw in that feature, one wants to, okay, want to do it right. We all keep talking about doing it right. First of all, I have to go to the immigration and make sure I get a passport. So yes. What's the next step until I step into the promised land?
It depends on where you want to relocate to. Every country have their immigration rule and what you need to get into their place. But the most important thing is for those who want to go to school, for example, the UK government has said have upkeep money for 28 days, be able to pay part of your school fees or pay in full, then you can come. But a whole lot of people here don't even have the money, but they want to go. Some of them, they borrow, put it in their account to get that done. When they get there, when they're schooling and working, they pay back. That is even a little okay, but some of them, they don't even have at all. But they want to go because they don't even want to use this. They just want to get there. They tell you, I want to get there. When I get there, I will survive.
When I get there, I'll survive.
Yeah, but like I always tell them, I don't know how you will survive. That's why I will even learn to do the right thing. The doctors you talked about that are leaving, you see, outside Nigeria, like the UK too now, they are doing some sort of advert that medical people should come over. And they give you an offer that is better than what you are earning in Nigeria here. If you look at it, you see, oh, here, there are a lot of things you have to go through, no light, no good home, no good road, no good this, no good that. And there, you've been given everything lined out for you, and you have the opportunity, and you are able to do their exams or have opportunity to go out, and you go there, everything is available for you. What's your choice? You will take the choice because everybody wants a good life.
See, let me tell you, Ogoma, when you talk about good life, yeah, life is good. I like all the fancy buildings, the good roads, everything is all shining and bright. But you know what? There's always sometimes this loneliness of home.
There's no loneliness. Work facility.
You see,
you have your work facility.
Life is all about challenges. Life is full of challenges, and having the opportunity to stay here as a medical doctor, as a nurse, as a lawyer, and continue to strive, it's also a great gain. Because if we all leave this nation, there are so many of us that keep coming home to see how we can collaborate, to work with the people back home to make sure things are better.
Has it been
if we keep, it's as I said, life is a challenge.
That's where he comes in.
America is over 240 years, even about 20, yeah.
Yes.
And people made it happen.
Yeah.
People made it happen. It wasn't always rosy. And there are still so many. Do you know there are poor people? Do you know there are poor people in America?
Of course I do. I go there, and that is because people are working day in and night to make things better. But here, government needs to encourage us and let us know that
we both need to encourage one another, both the people and the government. I understand we have a tyrannic government, autocracy, bureaucracy. Yes, there's no level playing field.
If they cannot help you, you will be frustrated. What will you do?
I would like to hear from Kingsman. You are one of those who've been there and you came back to establish. I mean, you could have invested all your money out there. So why decide to come back home?
Well, you see, the government had a policy of bringing home the resources. And as a chairman of NIDO, standing for Nigerians in the diaspora, just trying to show leadership by example. That's how I started first. 2, I grew up here in the village in Enugu State, where I come from. Okay. I know how malaria is killing people, hypertension is killing people, diabetic ones are dying. So having the opportunity to study and get my medical certificate, I decided that I have to give back to that population that I suffered with down there in Nigeria. So that's how my first clinic in Nigeria, the Diaspora Hospital, is in Enugu.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give you the invoice for that one, for that advert right now. So, but yes, you just said something about your how...
There's something I want to explain.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, based on your question.
Okay.
Okay, now, as time goes on, I started to think of coming down home. But what Madam just said now is another blow on our government, on our people. Do you know today I have 3 clinics here, but I cannot boast of a doctor who agreed to work with me. Even the ones finishing today,
yes,
they're thinking of going home, going abroad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? I know how much, in fact, the potential of making money here in the hospitals are even more. I'm talking as a physician now. You make more money in the hospitals here. You understand? But the brain have been washed.
Okay.
People have come to understand that you are not living well, you are not eating well. In fact, you are not a human being, you are half a human being, but you are going to be better when you get over there. You understand? I know today I can afford to pay my flight ticket anytime I want to go to sleep in US, to go to sleep in UK. But I'm making the money here. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that the money is here. But let the government bring a policy to tell our doctors, work with us here. Okay. Sorry, I had a transit in Gabon day before yesterday.
Yeah.
A doctor in Gabon is being paid 500,000 naira equivalent. Here in Nigeria, they are still struggling with what they are struggling.
The good thing is,
understand?
yeah, the good
So
thing
we can bring it up and encourage them
we
to
can
stay
bring
back.
it up. That's why people like you have come back to see how you can contribute a little further. Former president, former chairman of Nigerian diaspora US, you have so many you can bring to the table. And when those guys want to leave, please tell them that, advise them to stay back a little. Well,
of course we do, but the hospitals are not even employing them.
Ugoma, pause.
The government hospitals are not employing
You can do private clinic.
Kingsman, Ugoma, let's take a pause, let's take a breather, and just listen to this kid. You know, when you talked about the fact that you have to have a skill when you're going, you just don't go because yes, I know how to kick ball from here to here. I was just going to play football somewhere else. Well, we have this skit we put together. We actually got on YouTube. It's on some young people who just want to find any avenue to go because they think they are very good singers. You have to be talented to take that trip abroad.
Documents, please.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you want to stamp yourself because you're holding it.
Yes, sir.
So where?
Yeah, I am a band members are traveling to the UK.
So what are you people doing in the UK?
We're going for a tour, sir.
Have you ever traveled out of this country?
Yes, we have, sir.
So where?
We have been to Cotonou.
My brother, at this rate, you have to stick to your local waters because you obviously don't know where you're going to.
But sir, we know where we're going to. And our documents here are complete.
Did I say it's incomplete?
No, sir, you never said.
Did I say it's incomplete? Abi, you want to teach me my job?
No,
You!
Sorry, sir.
One at a time, please. You that don't know the difference between Great Britain and London. Is it you that want to teach me my job?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Illiterates. I hope people have talent because we cannot be exporting people that don't have talent out of this country.
We are full of talent.
Very talented.
You are very talented. Davido was here last week. Him and DMWD came. All of them, me, your crew tried to suppress. I denied Davido. Wow. I denied him. He will come back. He will rehearse for me again. He performed here. I wasn't impressed, so I denied him. So you people will have to perform for me now. Let me see how talented you are. If not, this passport, all deny.
Hola, baby, me. Ìwọ nìkan lèmi fẹ́ràn. Ìfẹ́ rẹ ti wà lọ́kàn.
Stop! Where's my deny? Give me deny for them. Give me deny.
No.
You did not sing. You are the lead, Abi?
Yes. No, she's the female lead.
She's the female lead. Did I ask you? You are the lead. Following 4 strong pennies to travel.
No, it's not.
Okay. Sing for me. Start it. Because I'm about to deny all of you now. You can sing.
Okay. It's only you that I want. It's only you that I need. It's only you that I want. It's only you that I need. It's only you that I want. Yeah. It's only you that I need.
It's okay. It's okay. It's only you I want.
Yes.
It's only you I want to go and represent us abroad.
Sir.
Because these 4, they will destroy your destiny.
No, it's not about the sex, sir. Sir.
Can I stamp this visa? You want to stamp it?
No, sir.
Let me focus on the talent here. There's only one talent I see here. All of you, rascal, move to this side. You are a talent. Because back in days to sing, only that part you did, one part is pitching. You have to correct that pitch. But other than that, you are a good singer. So the only one that deserves to travel. I mean, you don't want to go.
I want to go, of course.
If you go there, you rent Nigerian band there too.
Yes.
These ones are useless. Beyonce broke out of Destiny. Is she not surviving?
Yes.
Is she not driving? Yes. You can sing. I know you. I will mentor you. I'm a singer too. Leave these boys. They don't get vision. They don't get dream. Boys with the come here, they don't know the difference between UK and Britain. Damn. I've stamped you. Take. You people can go and start singing for Akbalabi, what do they call them? You can sing. Lagos Island, they're looking for singers there. Carnival is happening. You, call my line. Let me give you my number. I'll write my number for you now. You will call me, I will introduce you to Davido. He still owes me a performance.
Don't do this to us, sir. No.
I'm done with you people. Take your talentless self out of this place.
Thank you.
My friend, you're a talent.
Yeah, a bag, sir.
Oh, yes, you want to sing out?
This place, what's the problem?
Moses, carry these people out of this place. These people don't have talent.
Ajudabile, no matter where you go, make you not forget area. Area. Nananja. Tio de batile pata wale. Wale. How I wish, say, I fit to reach you anywhere you did. You did. Far away. That's one no say, make you the bone area. Mandala dio. Chine do somebody borrow you go. Make you just travel go Chicago. Remember I'm the selling car. So you go America. All these people every day racing. Still they stay for face me and face you. Promise say you not go fashy them. Say every other month you gonna tashi them. Yo, Hillary, where you been promised to marry. They went so boy she done tarry. When she see you now inside ovation. You marry your Igbo from another nation. You smuggle my go get dough. Oh, your wife don't know. Next thing you know, she don't go report you. What do you know? Ajoda bile. No matter where you go, make you not forget area. Area. Nananja. Tio de batile pata wale. Wale. How I wish. Say, I fit to reach you anywhere you did, you did. Far away, that one no say make you the bone area, oh, motherland, yo. You been saying now 1 year, it can turn to 2 years. You don't go for 7 years, but you deserve 11 years. If one your papa buy, plus the tears your mother cry, buy you for Chicago, then they miss you for Coco. Biadu for Canada, your mama still they wonder. Igba wolo to mapada oh, remember for Nigeria you get yawo. Ajuda bile. No matter where you go, make you not forget area. Area. Nananja. Tio de batile pata wale. Wale. I prefer to live like a lion in the jungle than to stay like a dog in the city. I prefer to live like a lion in the jungle than to stay like a dog in the city. I prefer to live like a lion in the jungle than stay like a dog in the city. I prefer to live like a lion in the jungle. I prefer to live like a lion in the jungle than to stay like a dog in the city. I prefer to live like a lion in the jungle than stay like a dog in the city, yeah.
All right, that video we saw before this music video by Accelerated TV, we see the skits. Well, it just goes to say that you have to have something to contribute to the country where you're going to. There are many people who just join music band or football team or anything just to enter and just japa or just disappear from there. But what I really like is this Sultan's video. It's evergreen. It actually tells us, it's so apt to what we're discussing today. Now, he raised up many issues. There are people who would borrow, who would loan, take money, sell their family property, take loans from people to say, okay, I'll pay you back, and they get there and they never do. Some others will engage a lady here, and I know of someone who actually, because she felt she was engaged, she sold everything she had so that he would go there, settle in, and invite her over. Then, boom, it's 5 years, it's 7 years, it's almost 10 years. She's still Lord of the Ring, and nothing has happened. Ain't there many cases like that?
Yeah, that's really very frustrating. There are many cases like that, and I'm sure the other person who left have not gotten the green pasture that he or she went there to
settling down, trying to
settle down. You know, because you're there, you have to pay rent, you have to eat. you have to settle your environment before you now remember the person in Nigeria.
Yes,
so it's tough on both ends.
You don't
and
tell
it's
her that,
frustrating.
okay, because maybe before he goes, they tell him that when you get here, you'll now marry Whitey, 2 years, not can separate, they'll now give you paper, 3 years
And
time,
that's
I'll not
illegal.
invite you,
That's illegal.
I will not invite you over. And somehow she's waiting forever. Your father or your parents die or something happens back home and you cannot even come because you're stuck there.
Yeah.
Kingsman.
It's true. And I want to use this junction. I don't know if it's deviating from the topic.
I hope not too.
We are going to solve this problem because it's good to start talking of solution, because automatically it's wrong to go abroad the way it's being done now.
It's illegal.
So what I'm trying to say as solution is, see, today we are clamoring for diaspora voting. If given that opportunity,
you know what, I think I'm going to bring you back on the day when I'm talking politics. I'll bring you back on to talk that.
This is very important because it's hot now.
Because election season is approaching. Maybe we'll get on that platform.
That
we'll talk about this. So, but let's settle with this.
So, but what on the other side of it, on the more neutral ground, the way you are saying it, actually a lot of atrocities are going on, and it's on our neck as well as a nation. Because all these things going on now, the people that we are living with, the host countries, are counting a lot of atrocities that we are doing there. You understand? Because all these promises we are giving here, trying to realize it over there, we are stepping on a lot of laws.
And I understand that some people don't
have bad name. The problem of living here illegal, because if you live here illegal, you will do a whole lot of illegal things.
Yes, so we have bad names there waiting for us. Whenever you mention a Nigerian, in fact, everybody starts keeping his bags very close, organizing himself not to interact with you.
Yeah, okay.
So it's
do we
a
really
phenomenon.
does the Nigerians already have that impression? Do people have that impression of us out there?
No, they are scared.
Of course, it depends on where
they are scared because a Nigerian man is ready to do anything to make that money because of what we left here. You know this, you borrow somebody's money here to travel, you need to pay. You promise a woman you'll marry her, you need to come and realize it. So now you need money in your hand. So you are no more queuing to get the money. You want to jump the queue.
And again, the foreign world keeps data.
So
the influx of people.
And but one thing we know is that they all admit the fact that Nigerians are intelligent.
Intelligent and hardworking.
Hardworking, at least that's a general notion they all have. When you're from, then they now say, okay, and they are really smart. I heard someone who actually sold the stadium.
But can you define smartness?
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, so that's why I added stadium. That's why I said that. That's why I said that they say we are intelligent and very knowledgeable.
And criminal-minded.
Yeah, they also now know that we are smart. That's why I now added that word smart, because with our smartness, we get to many Nigerians get to do so many illegal things to get around.
Well, I don't think we should hold on when people say we are criminally minded. There's criminality all over the world.
True.
There's corruption all over the world, in the US, in the UK, in short, they aid most of the criminalities that we see here and all that. Yeah, I think it's even a corruptive tendency when you leave your own country to come and do application, job interview in another man's country. And because of the government we have no respect for our people, we have no respect for our citizens, we have no respect for our economy. So anybody comes in,
somebody will just jump in here with his system and say, I'm recruiting doctors. And then you see,
that is sad.
Even the head of department will resign to jump abroad, and the Minister of Health, everybody just moving, looking. And people are going. People are going, and others are looking for doctors to take care of them, and nobody's care. It's just a confusion. This is illegal. Even the embassies that are issuing this visa should be questioned.
Exactly.
Why are you giving visa to doctors to live, to desert this place?
Well,
do we don't need them here?
I work very closely with the Nigerian embassy in the US, and the two consulates. I have never seen a time where they, staged interviews for Americans so that they can come to Nigeria. So why that's insult.
Well,
that's dehumanization. That's insult on our people.
Really, we cannot question.
No.
Guys, we need to educate
brainwashing.
We need to
they are made to know that they can go.
Okay. Yes, things are not good in Nigeria, but we can work things out.
I agree, we can work things out.
Gradually, of course, it's going to be. It's not a miracle that we said it and it just happened like that.
but we have to also be intentional, deliberate.
I like the word. I like the word being intentional. Being intentional, because we have to be intentional, both the people and the government, to make things actually work for us here. And just like Kingsman, there have been many other Nigerians who have actually thought about coming back home to contribute to the success back home. And this next feature by Semben Ochuli takes a look at some of them. All right, so, but just before we take that, let me see, I think, good afternoon. Good afternoon, madam. I was watching your interesting educative program when power outage occurred. All right, okay. Can you please, Madam Goma, Charles would like to ask you a question, but I'll be off camera later. Who is this person? Tunde? Tunde says, I would like, the situation here is bearable for him. He would like to japa if he gets the opportunity. All right, that's his thoughts. Okay, let's take that feature I just talked about, the ones where we'll take a look at some of the Nigerians who have returned home to do good things.
It is said that no matter how far a chicken goes in search of food, it always comes home to roost. Nigerians left the shores of this land either to further their education or in search of greener pastures. But many who left have come back to start a thriving business or give back to Nigeria to make it greater. Banky W, or Olubankole Wellington, was born in the United States but returned to Nigeria when he was 5. He returned to the United States 13 years after to continue his education. After a few years of work, he returned to Nigeria. Bankole is an award-winning musician, music director, a songwriter, an actor, and now a politician. Jelani Aliyu was born in Nigeria in 1966. In 1990, through sponsorship, he was admitted into the College of Creative Studies in Detroit, USA. After spending about 30 years abroad and designing cars like the Pontiac G6 and the Chevrolet Volt, he returned to Nigeria to head the Nigerian Automated Design and Development Council. Joyce Awojodu was born in Washington, USA to Nigerian parents. She stayed there until she was 25 when she first visited Nigeria. For her, she says it was her destiny to come to Nigeria. Joyce is the founder and CEO of Oriki Group. She is also an economist and a power specialist expert. She has also been nominated for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Beauty. A lot of Nigerians have returned home to give back to this great nation. Cities like Lagos, Kano, Port Harcourt, and other commercial centers are benefiting from those who have returned. To have a better Nigeria, we must all work together to build it.
That one no say make you the bone area, motherland yo.
So we've seen some popular faces. We see Ali Jelani of General Motors, we see Bankole Wellington and a few others who have thought about the fact that coming back home to contribute, there is so much that we can do here. All right, let me take a message or two, then we'll get back to our conversation. Good day, my name is David from Lagos. Some people think traveling out of Nigeria will solve their problems, forgetting that corruption, economic collapse, and poor management of agriculture are worldwide and no place is safe. The only hope is God's will to be done. God's kingdom will take effect. Okay, you didn't write your name. It's a long message. Thank you very much for that. It's good we share that. Good day, sis. I'm 64-year-old, an agriculturist, and would like to visit an organic farm in the UK. I have an e-passport. This is Professor Phil, grandfather of organic agriculture. Okay, is Professor Phil. Who is next? If I have the opportunity, I would jump out without giving it a second thought. Please, you have to give it a second thought because you have to know what exactly you are going to do out there. You know all the issues we've been talking about, like I hear that there are some returnees from Libya who just came in. Trust me, you don't want to hear that Libya story. It's really, really bad. So once again, I ask you, like Capsi went to ask on the field, if you have the opportunity, if the gates are open right now, they said, would you want to leave or not? What would you do? Would you japa or would you stay?
Thinking twice.
Why?
Reasons, well, first and foremost, you look at the economy of the country, Nigeria per se. The economy is not favorable to everybody.
I believe this is where I ought to be. And I believe in this country. So I don't believe in going to another country before I will make it. So if I'm to make it in another country, I believe that if I can't make it this country, there's no way that I will make it in another country.
I'll japa. Why? Unlike other countries, you see them giving support and other things. I'd rather leave the country because there's resources to better yourself than come back and help Nigeria because I love Nigeria.
Well, yes, input like that, yes, I believe in that. But if everybody runs, who will make this country better? That's the question. So even if you go, you still come back to make things better for you.
I feel go.
Why?
The country not to see like that. You know, say anything where they make them before, you know they make them now. Yeah.
Okay, so you go. You
Yeah.
go come back.
I never come back. Waiting there. I'll be to the see your pocket.
It's based on the opportunity outside the country. If I have a more better one than here, why wouldn't I? I will. You know, the economy is not stable at all. Things are just insecurity. Issues are just much. I'm even the Abuja here is not safe for us anymore. So why wouldn't I? Though the world too will have different issues, but at least it will be better than here.
All right, thank you very much. That's your thought from the street. Well, the choice is yours, but just largely do it right. I've been having this chat where we're talking about Japa trend, the travel trend, the craze to travel out of Nigeria. And I've been doing this with my friends. Ogoma Oche, she's a travel consultant, and she's told us from her point of view. Thank you very much, Ogoma. Let me get your last word before we say bye-bye.
Migration. Like I said, if you want to go genuinely. And if you go, please represent Nigeria. Don't do evil so that they won't use it to judge every Nigeria. Especially those that go to Dubai because of this issue of stealing and doing a whole lot of things. Dubai also has stopped giving anybody who is less than 35 years visa.
Really?
Unless, yes, you are. In fact, they call it underage. So you can imagine telling a 35-year-old person that you are underage.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's the latest now. So, and that is because of the kind of things that
Many
Nigerians have done in Dubai and some other countries as well. So please, if you are able to go genuinely and do the right thing and represent your country.
All right, be a good ambassador in a nutshell. Yes. All right, let me hear from you. Your final words. Patience Ndidiki, she's the former president of Nigeria in the diaspora, US.
Yeah, you know, there's a saying, according to the international people, say, do not think of what your country will give to you, but what you will, the value you will add to your own country. Some of us who have lived there in the United States for 15 years. We're coming back gradually to see what we can do. Is it the government? Is it economic? Is it let's team up? You don't like the government, change the government to the government that you want, and the economy will change. When you don't have good governance, when you don't have good people in leadership, you cannot have good governance.
All right, so
it's not greener anywhere.
All right, we need good followership too. We need good followership. Yes. All right, your final thoughts, sir.
Well, just like Madam Key just said, two of us are the diaspora leaders here. The simple thing is that if you carry Nigeria now, put in US and put US in Nigeria, that US side will be scattered again. And this side will be better again. So it's not about going out. There's a problem.
I like that strong.
It's all about staying here,
the people
sort ourselves. You understand? The issue is within us. It's moving in us. So it's not about moving outside Nigeria that will solve the problem.
All right. Thank you very much. You are the chairman, the current chairman of Nigerian Diaspora Africa.
Yeah.
Ah, that's nice. That's a big word. All right. Thank you very much for coming to the program. And well, he's just said it. Whether I take whatever country back here and just exchange both countries, if the attitude and the people here are all that matters, why not just stay back and let's see how we can make it work. I see a brighter Nigeria in the next very near future. My name is Cecil Egbele, and I know the Jakpa. I did here. Bye-bye.